Alright guys, welcome back, and this episode we are going to be making a dungeon and cave system. We're going to be learning how to teleport. On single player, you can teleport to a different map completely. Multiplayer, you can teleport to a different location in the same map. You can also do that on single player as well, but remember, multiplayer is to do everything on one map. Since this is a multiplayer mod, uh, I'll show you both ways, but I'll implement it multiplayer. So the first thing we're gonna want to do is to make a cave, and you're gonna want to make it something you can use, because you want to be able to click on the cave, and as you click it, that's just like using it as if you were opening a chest. You click on it to use it, and then the chest opens, or you click on the cave and then you teleport to the other side of the cave. So we're going to want to go into scenery, and we're going to want to select something that we can use that doesn't have an annoying sound or something like a chest. Beds usually work really good, and you can place it, right click edit, and select your empty set. And then when you come back in here to change it, you go to Teleport Facades, I believe. There should be one that says Teleport Facades, but I'm not seeing it. Alright, I'll go with Facades for now, and everything is unknown. Okay, it's not in Facades. Oh, this is so not good. Oh, it's in. Okay, so scenery and teleport facades. I knew I was close. Alright, so we're gonna want a cave entrance that looks kind of just like a hole in the ground. This one's pretty good right here. And once you turn your bed into your facade, it still thinks it is a bed, because when you change something's picture, it still has all the properties of the original. So you can take this and place it anywhere you want on your wall here, but if you look, you do not have a spot for it. That's because you need to place a facade on it. I believe it is just called cave, I'm not sure. And I'll just click through these and figure out where it is. What? And there's like 400 and something facades, so it's usually a good idea to, if you're looking for one specific thing, you can find some pictures on, what's it called? On the Amtut page. Oh, there it is, Wolf Cave. Nice. Alright, so here is our cave, and we can just go ahead and place this right where it fits on the thing. If you notice, as you move it around, sometimes if you look, it doesn't really fit there. You just sort of move it until you find a spot where it fits. And right here is a good spot. So there is our cave. And now we simply take this and put this right over where it is, right on our cave. So go ahead and just place it down there. And I don't think I've ever gotten it that perfect before, but That is pretty sweet. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and save this. And we're going to need to go ahead and open up Script Maker. And we are going to make an action. And this is going to be teleport. We're going to want to teleport our character to a different location. So, where is it? Oh, here we go. Alright, so the object is going to be the triggerer, which is the player, because only the player can click on it. And map number, this is if you make it a separate map. If it's a multiplayer map, or if the thing is on the same map, then it'll be the same map as your overworld. Where is game map? Rules. Alright, so back in map list, these are the numbers that it wants right here. 5001 is the map that we made. So, the map is going to be 5001 because it is a multiplayer server, or a multiplayer map, I should say. If you want to make a single player map, and you want to have your dungeon on a separate map, what you would do is you would go into World Editor, you would hit File New, and you can select your type of map that you want here. Usually if you're making a dungeon, you want to select water to get rid of the ground clutter. 10 by 10 is usually a small, it's usually small enough to fit your thing in here. So if we look, here's our map. Then you would click, and you would fill with tile type. You'd want to select black, because it's usually dark in caves, and black is just the, it's that extra thing in game where you can't see through it. It's just there, I guess. It prevents you from seeing like all the annoying water and other stuff on the other side, in case you can't see that. In case you can see that far, I guess. And so we are going to fill it with black. And if you look, here's our cave. So top-down view, you would go ahead and make your cave, which is found in the house tab, and you scroll through until you find like a caves or dungeon. So you can go ahead and select, click drag, make a small dungeon, and the walls got screwed up, so that's not gonna be fun. Okay, I fixed it. And if you look, here's our dungeon. I'm not sure why the walls look like this in World Editor. They do not look like this in-game, which is kinda weird. I'm not sure why. But, so here's our small dungeon system that we made. And since we created a new map, you would create your new map in here, so you would go ahead and create a new map the same way we did it the last time. So this time it'd be like 5002, and it would be whatever you save this map as. So if I were to click save and save it as dungeon or something, then the map name would go in here, and then the start location for the map, which, if we move our mouse around here, about 325, 316. So that it's basically the exact same type of making a map. It's pretty much the same as this line here, just, creating a new map. I believe you also need type in here as well. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go check that out. And but if not, I don't think you need it. So there is our map. That's if you're making a separate map, and which we are not. So I am just going to end up creating a dungeon, pretty much like out in this area over here, because I don't have anything out there. Back to scripting. That is what your so this is your map number. 5001 is the map, is our default map. So I'm just gonna have it on the same map, so it saves. Oh, I really don't know. Anyway, so we've got teleport object to map number, and I have no idea what that is. I forget. Okay, so add X and Y. Okay, so we're gonna teleport. I wish you could like resize this box here, because on the smaller ones it cuts off like your things here, so if you forget what it is, you can't really see. Alright, so we're gonna teleport Triggerer to map number 5001, because that's the same map. And that's the map we're gonna build a dungeon on. And the X and Y coordinates are the start location for your dungeon. So we're gonna go ahead and hit top down, and we don't have that yet, so we're gonna go ahead and build it. I'm probably not gonna build anything in this chunk here. I'll go ahead and build it over here, I guess. Actually, where is the cave? Okay, the cave's here. I'll build it right across from it over here. And since it's a cave, I'll build like a small cave system, I guess. Since it's a small wolf's cave, it doesn't really matter. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to want to switch this entire sector here with black, because I forgot to do that. And we go ahead and make our cave. And it doesn't have to be too massive, whatever you want. I'll make a small inlet there and a little bit back. And maybe another room here or something. Alright, so here's our cave system. If we come back down and we look, here is our cave. And again, the walls are doing some annoying thing, which I don't know why it does that. If we look, this is basically our cave system. It's kind of dark, so we're gonna want to go ahead and brighten it up. You can brighten it up however you want. I just typically brighten it up. You can change. You can place torches and stuff along the way if you want. You know how to do scenery already, so that's available to you. I'm not going to bother decorating the mine or anything right now. I'm just gonna make it so I can see stuff and edit. Alright, I'll turn walls back on. Actually, we're gonna want another thing in a minute, but we're gonna want to teleport to about 1910 and 2020. These are your coordinates right here for where we want our character to teleport to. So since this is this spot right here, 1910, 2020, and we'll go ahead and type that in. You always do the X coordinate first, and followed by the Y coordinate. And there is our script, which we are not done yet. We need to add a return and run default, and that will close off the dialogue, and it will make us teleport into the cave. Now we're going to want to go ahead and file save as, and this is my other man. Alright, Amtut 2, because my other one broke. And we're going to save this in the script folder as well, because it is a script file. And you can save this as whatever you want. I'm going to save it as I'm going to save it as number 10, and this is going to be into cave. And then we are also going to want to make a similar one, which we are going to want we're going to want to make another script, basically the exact same thing, except we're going to want to teleport out of the cave. So it is the exact same thing. So it's just basically the exact same thing in reverse. So we're going to want to teleport our triggerer to map number 5001. And we are going to want to find out the X coordinate and Y coordinate first, which is about 1990, 2042. Now we're going to open up Script Maker. And 2042. And there is our teleporting back from the cave, and another return and run default, and that shouldn't be there. I must have misclicked. Alright, there we go. So we're gonna go ahead and file save as, and we're gonna go ahead and save this as alright, so we got one going into the cave and one coming from the cave. And we can go ahead and close Script Maker out now. And now we're going to want first of all, we're going to want another bed. Also, there was nothing that shows you, there's no description for cave in game, so you're going to want to go ahead and change that in the description.mess file. Go ahead and add cave, similar to the way we named William and all that other stuff back a while ago. We're going to want to go ahead and click on our scenery and edit, and under scripts, under use, we are going to want to select our script number, which was teleport to cave, which was number 10, and that is going to teleport us into the cave. And all these numbers in here are the script attachment points. So use is when you click on it, destroy is obviously when you break it, examine would be if you just moved your mouse over the cave, then it would teleport you to the other side. Uh, examine's pretty good for if you have an NPC uh, just kind of walking around or something, being sneaky, and then you move your mouse over them, and then that triggers the dialogue function of, hey, what are you looking at, or something. You know, you can be creative. So use and script 10, and we're gonna get this error message again because World Editor doesn't know that that script exists yet. And then we're gonna want to go ahead and do the exact same thing over here, and we are going to want to place another cave. And Teleport Facades, and we're going to want to find a cave. And now I have no idea why the colors do that, but okay. And then you can place it kind of near the entrance here. And again, you can make it look pretty, just, you know, do whatever you want. I'm not going to bother with making stuff look good right now. I will do that later, because I don't want to bore you guys to death with me just placing stuff. And we're going to want to go ahead and attach our script to this, otherwise we won't be able to get back. So we're going to use script number 11, which was our teleport back. And now we have a teleport system that should work. And we go ahead and compress. And this time I'm closing World Editor before I screw something up. And hopefully it works. Which it should, but I didn't read the tutorial, so it's been a while. Alright, welcome back into Arcanum. And I'm going to change my character because that dwarf is not going to walk very fast. And this is our map, so we'll come in, log in. Oh, and by the way, I did manage to, I ended up pasting the rest of the story on a separate line, and it does continue after take, I believe. Yeah, so this is where it cut off right here, and pasting it on a new line continued it up to this part here. So if you want to put a whole story in there, you can go ahead and change that and keep going. So it does work. Now I'm gonna want to go ahead and find my cave system wherever that's at, and I haven't generated. Okay, so here's why it's important to put black around your thing, because then you see all this stuff, and it's like, well, mountains cannot be touching water. That's kind of awkward. So that's a reason why. And here's our cave system. It should teleport us to the other side, and it looks like it does. And this one should take us back. And as you can see, it is known as bed. And again, you want to change that in the description, that mess. But we already know how to do that. And so here is our working teleport system. So I believe that's it. And I did take out the trip. Also, we have to check out the key mechanism over here, make sure that works. Which it should, otherwise I'm not going to be too happy. Alright, so there is William. I'm going to attempt to pick lock his little chest here. And let's see if he notices. Okay, I guess he doesn't notice because he's not close enough to it. And pick lock works because it was locked before. And I'm probably going to want to go ahead and reboot this, so we can see if the key works, which it should. And I'm gonna go ahead and pickpocket the key from him. William's key. And I succeed because he has a... I didn't change him, he's level 1, and he doesn't have anything to realize that. And I'm freaking maxed in everything. So, yeah, I guess that's that. And the chest is locked. I'll put the key on the ground and click it. Chest is locked, can't open it. Pick up the key and you can open it. And I want William to go inside so he can see... I can see if that changes anything. Yeah, I don't know how to get him inside. Maybe if I talk to him this way and attempt to picklock it. First I'm going to blow the door down. And... let's see. Yep, he notices. Okay, cool. Well, that works. And I will see you next time. Sorry, William.